Have you got on your Freelander1, and this car's a 2003 model year, the traction control light and the hill descent light on your dashboard that don't go away, and you checked that you haven't turned on your hill descent control switch? That makes no difference. The most common cause of this is the brake light switch, and there's a very simple, very cheap fix for it. Put the driver's seat fully back, and you need to get underneath to the top of the brake pedal, find the brake light switch, which is this little thing here, and it's got a connector on the top. Here the cables are a little bit in the way, so see if we can disconnect it. Normally have to squeeze something. Yep, squeeze that bit there, and then the connector just pulls out the top, and we can hopefully twist it 45 or so degrees to the left, and that just pulls out. Quickest way to fix it is just get a new one and plug it in, and that should be it fixed. If you don't want to spend any money, or you want a quicker fix for a temporary solution till your new part arrives, which is recommended, you can take these apart, resolder any broken bits of copper or corrosion inside them. Let's have a look inside this one. I've repaired them in the past, but had to resort to getting new ones in the end because the repair didn't tend to last too long. So as you can see, just get a screwdriver in, release this black piece of plastic. There's a spring under there, so watch it doesn't fly out. This is obviously slotting into the plastic, so let's just slide that out of the way. There we go. I see why that needs to slide out, because there's the metal contacts. Gradually release the spring down in the middle of the plastic. There's just about, see there, two little bits of plastic that have to be squeezed together in order to release this plunger part from this other main piece of plastic. So probably some long nose pliers would be best. Let's see if we can do anything with a screwdriver. Different screwdriver. Let's try this one. I think that's starting to move. Yep. So with a bit of pushing and a bit of pushing together these little bits of plastic with a screwdriver, you can persuade this to come out, and then you can release this piece of plastic to have a look at the contacts, see what the potential problem might be. So here, actually, the only problem we've got is a little bit of corrosion on these contacts. So we can save ourselves a little bit of money and a little bit of time. To get it to last a little bit longer, we can just clean up these contacts. Could probably do with sticking that on a grinding wheel actually to flatten that off a little bit better. Yeah, you can see it's fairly heavily burnt there. That's the normal height. This one was the arced and lost a bit of its height. And you can see the same down the bottom there. Got a bit of arcing. It's made a black mark on it, so I need to clean that one up as well. What I found in the past is sometimes you can get a broken connection down here, and soldering it together is a possibility. This one is not too bad. Can't see any broken connections there. And just scratch it with a screwdriver has, I think, allowed us to clean it up enough. So I'll just grind the end flat, I think, so we get a good even connection between the two, because obviously this one being a little bit higher might possibly stop that one connecting. So I'll grind off a grinding wheel, and I'll probably fix it. There we are. I've made them near enough the same height, both equally shiny, and hopefully that will then fix it. We also have this piece of metal here which seems to have come up a little bit. make sure that is back in place. And that is fairly clean, so that's okay. Actually, these connectors do slide out if you want to get a closer, better look at them. And that would enable you to solder any broken connections if you want to as well. Now, maybe a little bit of oil might help prevent any further corrosion. Probably not exactly the correct lubricant for contacts, but better than nothing. That's that in there. Spring back in. Then let's get this top piece on. I think we can squash the spring down. Slide that in. There we go. That's all back. And then we just push this in. I think there's obviously some sort of adjusting mechanism on there, which is why it's got that sort of ratchet effect. I think the first time you use your brake pedal, that should auto adjust. And that's it. Let's put it back in the car, see if that fixes our two Amigo lights, as they call them. The brake switch back in. It does help to press the brake pedal down a little bit as you're inserting it, because until it's adjusted, that central plunger is a little bit longer than normal. As soon as you let out the brake pedal, you'll hear a fair bit of clicking as it resets to its correct position. And of course, plug it in. Right, let's see what happens now with our switch replaced. Common cause, but I didn't fix it quite yet. And there's one other reason that it can be caused, and that is also associated with your reversing lights having packed up. And reversing lights are on fuse 2 in the driver's glove box. And pulling out F2, you can see that's blown. So let's replace the fuse. And now the reversing lights are working, and the brake light is working as well. And that now fixes the two Amigos. Start the car, shut the door, and all of the warning lights are off. So that's how to fix your two Amigo lights. If you have accidentally pressed the hill descent button, of course that's the light that flashes up to show you're in that mode. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope that fixes yours. Cheers, bye.